Unpacking the Buddha's First Discourse. Episode 17. Wrapping up. First, what do we even mean by unpacking? We can define unpacking as the intense scrutiny of traditional Buddhist and Zen texts, a scrutiny that often breaks down the text sentence by sentence, phrase by phrase, and occasionally word by word. And why even unpack at all? Because not all of us have the opportunity to regularly engage with a living, breathing, enlightened teacher. Understanding that in the Zen tradition, it's this engagement that substitutes for the critical reading of the traditional texts. And so for those who don't have the opportunity to regularly engage with a living teacher, there must be a return to the traditional texts, ko, as teacher. And with that return is the understanding that the texts are best approached as sequences of riddles, or perhaps as sequences of landmines. And these riddles must be reconciled, these landmines cleared, if we are to truly make progress. Let's continue. Consider the following text excerpted from the Sutta, setting in motion the wheel of the Dhamma. Then the Blessed One uttered this inspired utterance. Koṇḍañña has indeed understood. Koṇḍañña has indeed understood. In this way, the Venerable Koṇḍañña acquired the name Añña Koṇḍañña, Koṇḍañña who has understood. And in aiding in the unpacking of this brief excerpt, we might consider a handful of questions. First, what exactly did Koṇḍañña understand? And why was this recognition so significant within the context of the Buddha's first discourse? Next, why might the Buddha have repeated the phrase, Koṇḍañña has indeed understood, instead of stating it once? What effect does this repetition convey? How does the bestowal of the name Añña Koṇḍañña reflect the importance of recognition and naming in the transmission of insight within early Buddhism? What does this moment suggest about the relationship between teacher, the Buddha, and disciple, Koṇḍañña? And how might it serve as a model for the student-teacher dynamic in Buddhist practice? And finally, in what way does Koṇḍañña's breakthrough connect to the broader purpose of the Buddha's first discourse, the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, and its role in establishing the path of understanding? And so we're now coming to the end of Buddha's first discourse. Still more to come.